step lightly. Namaste, welcome everyone. This is day number 355 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365, one quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission. Channel through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us, humanity, in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today we're being asked to step lightly. If you're joining live, drop us a little comment. Let us know where you're joining from. And if you are in the apparent future watching after this video has come live, let us know you're a cosmic time traveler and drop us a little comment. We would love to hear from you. And we're going to get right into the quote for day number 355, which means that there is only 10 days to go. Holy moly. We are on chapter 29, and this follow on from previous days, good for context. So if you find your way to this video now and you haven't seen day 353 and day 354, good idea to go back and watch and listen and read however you wish to get context for this. It's a short one again. Do not judge your sisters and brothers. Be an example to them. Do not look for that which is wrong. Be that which is right. See through that which seems to be toxic into the detoxification, the purification of the absolute purity, innocence, and magnificence of your being, your physical form, your earthly being. See her perfection by being the open door to the perfection. Clean gracefully, step lightly, build compassionately, open always. And so, as always, this is very apt for this one. It's just a literal message directly to me. It's not even hidden here. It's so clear, this message. But what I take from it when I reread it here, even though it came through this one, it's like always reading it, hearing it, seeing it, feeling it for the first time. What really struck there is the being the open door rather than trying to help, advise, do something. What was the words there? It's about that open door again. Where is it? Do not look for that which is wrong. Be that which is right. Don't be looking for anything to judge. Just be what is right. Be an example. And of course, right and wrong are relative terms. But what we're talking about here is being right unto yourself, doing what you know to be right, being what you know to be right. That's a rightness that doesn't make any other wrong. So see her perfection, talking of the earth, which is the macrocosm of our microcosm. See her perfection by being the open door to perfection. So we're being invited to be this space through which, not by coercion, not by advice, not by necessarily anything that we're doing, just by the example of us being true to ourselves, we become an open door to the perfection that is there. It doesn't mean that all our actions is perfect. It doesn't mean that we're going to always get it right. It does mean that we are perfect and we are perfection in its process, but we're being invited to be the door that allows another to see through to the perfection. So the door is an opening. Again, it's not saying or believing that we are this perfection or that we're always going to be this perfection in human life, because anyone that's had one, and you watching this, you seem to be having one, know that we are perfectly imperfect. But that does not take away, like the quote from a few days ago, it does not take away from the perfection that we truly are. And so this is why we're always invited to come from the perfection, not try and get to the perfection. We're coming from ascension, not trying to go through ascension. We're coming from who we are, not trying to get or find or discover who we are. We're coming from that place. We're coming from wholeness. We're coming from holiness. We're coming from abundance. We're coming from love. We're not trying to get to abundance, love, wholeness, holiness. Because when we're trying to get to something, the something that we're trying to get to, we have separated ourselves. We put it in the future. We put it beyond us. We've separated the indivisible, only temporarily in our experience. So the invitation is to be the open door that allows another to see through by the perfection, but it's not a door that's like, say, waving, come in, I know the way, come in, this is the perfection. It's just by being the doorway through that can be seen through by your example of walking your truth, being and living and seeing who you truly are. And every day, fall down, get back up again, fall down, get back up again. Forget, remember, forget, remember. Call upon the law of forgiveness in this dimension. Call upon the law of oneness, the law of one within oneself and within your interactions with your sisters and brothers, and know that everyone and everything is imperfectly perfect, and that does not take away from the perfection that is always there. There is an inherent perfected whole that is the source of all of this, the God self, the source, infinite intelligence, whatever you wish to call it. It matters not what you call it. It matters only that which you call forth from within you. And if we are that open door to another that doesn't advise, that doesn't push, that doesn't say, do this, do that, that doesn't try and convert or converse, or doesn't try to evangelize, I think that's the word, evangelical. There's no coercion. There's no trying to get someone to understand life in the way that you are. If you are an open door, if you're a window, if you are this clear space, without trying, you just follow what you know to be true in your heart, and that opens a space for another potentially to see through to their own truth. And the ultimate truth is that there is only one, and that all anyone ever sees is themselves. It may look like another, it may look like a tree, it may look like a roof, it may look like a phone, it may look like a computer. All we are doing is peering back upon ourselves through various guises. And who we are is whole, holy, complete, and perfect. Who we are remembering ourselves to be sometimes appears imperfect. Who we are in the process of life goes through growth, goes through forgetting, goes through remembering, goes through the process of acting out, playing out, speaking, feeling in ways that are unlike ourselves, in ways that separate ourselves, yet it never actually takes anything away, never diminishes us. The perfection, the perfected whole is always there, and it's always feeding us, and it's always giving of itself, because its nature is to expand itself, and it doesn't withhold itself. Only humans withhold their energy. Humans are in this continuous in the state of forgetting. Humans are in this continuous state of needing energy, be that through relationship, food, anything that we put separate from ourselves that we need for our sustenance, that we believe that we need for our sustenance. We put ourselves in this state of forgetting, with this idea that we need something. We need something, someone, we need a condition, place, person, or thing to complete us. We need a certain type of behavior. We need a certain type of words. We need a certain type of action from another or the word to complete us, or to just keep us. The word needs to be the way I want it to be today, or I am not going to be happy. We had a little joke about that. It came from, well, we got it from Tirapakito Hasana, our brother Michael Singer, and he said, the world doesn't wake up and just say, hello, good morning, how would you like me to be today, sir? The world is just the way it is, and it'll always be the way it is, because it is the way it is because of every action, every word, every thought, every feeling, every emotion of every being that ever lived. thrown into this massive cosmic soup of cause and effect and karmic, uh, toing and froing and multiple incarnations and all these re-embodiments. And that's why the world is the way it is. Well, the world is the way that it is because we're perceiving it in that way through the lens of a separate self that has these multiple embodiments. So in truth, the world is the way it is because we are the way we are. If we were, and we are, who we truly are, the world would continue to be in the way it is, but it would no longer have the same effect, the same pull, the same, the striving to get something, the aversion to something I don't want, the pulling towards something new, the shiny object syndrome. The world will continue to be the way it was and always is. But when we are who we truly are, the world will continue to play out in that way, but we will not be pulled or pushed or affected in that same way. We will be who we are, which is the source of the world, and we will allow the character called this life to play out, and all the other co-stars and co-creators of this story, of this life, will play out in the way that they wish, and we can be fully engaged and fully active in the life, but we're not identified as this one character, this actor or actress that we're playing out in this role. We will continue to be an active part in this world, but we will not be taken over by it anymore. And this is how we step lightly. We step lightly in the shoes of the character that we are seemingly playing now. Because of all the multiple embodiments, because of all of the ideas and all of the potentialities of thought, there are infinite potentials. And if we step lightly, while not being disengaged, while not being completely removed from the word, like some of the Eastern religions and philosophies, they want to just completely remove themselves from the word. And there's benefit for that for some people for certain periods of time. But those who are called to the life of the householder, the householder yogi, those who live in the world and they got a job and they got relationships and they do the tax and they pay their rent and they see the hospitals and the sickness and they see the things that happen in the world, and they're not removed from, they're in the world, but not of the world. They're stepping lightly in the shoes of the character. And so we're all called to step lightly. I'm going to read the last bit. So see her perfection by being the open door to perfection. Clean gracefully. Step lightly. Build compassionately. Open always. This is the quote and contemplation for day 355. And now, as always, we are invited to drop into a short sacred silence. And we step lightly and drop everything. Drop the ideas. Drop the identity. Drop the eyelids. Drop into the heart as we allow what is to be what is as what is. At 1444 and soon to be 1555, thank you for joining this daily dip into the silence. Mm. It's so funny. This 15 minutes of video, but every time there is this feeling that all the words are superfluous. The silence is it. So step lightly in that life, step lightly in that character, and allow yourself to step lightly through life. Allow it to be what it is, but engage fully. Be all that it is that you wish to be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're getting value from these transmissions, we invite you to subscribe on the YouTube channel, hit the little like love button, and hit the notification bell, and share it on your social media with those who have the eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to feel. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are